So I am doing my third prep check-in with you all. I'm currently sitting at 8 weeks out from my first competition, and with regards to things like diet and training, there's been absolutely no changes. I'm still not doing any cardio yet, which is quite surprising, but my body burns fat really quickly, so when it does come to the point where I'm going to be introducing cardio, it's literally just my body just burns fat really quickly. As you can see, my face is already drying in already, and that's just from altering diet. One of the things I did want to talk about though is this last 4 weeks I haven't lost any weight. I lost 6.5 pounds in the first 4 weeks, and then this last 4 weeks I haven't lost anything. So one of the things I wanted to reiterate in prep is to not chase scales, because overall I look a lot better, my body feels a little bit tighter, and shape wise is coming in, but I haven't lost any weight. So I know a lot of girls tend to get focused on the scales and losing weight, and they see that as their progress towards getting to stage, but I don't think that you need to focus on that. My coach is really happy and I'm really happy, so just be aware of that. One of the things also that I have actually been poorly, I don't know if you can still hear it a little bit in my voice, but last week I had a really bad cold, so from Monday to Friday it affected my training a little bit because I was just tired and I wasn't feeling great. What I tried to do is make arrangements for my rest day, so that on Monday, when I first started to feel a little bit poorly, I made sure that I had a rest day on that day. And then when it kind of peaked on Wednesday, instead of having Thursday as my rest day like I normally would do, I actually swapped it round and I had a rest on Wednesday and then went back to training Thursday, and I felt so much better for it. Just purely because I was just listening to my body, and I knew that if I went in to train, it wouldn't have been productive. I wouldn't have done as much of a good session, and I wouldn't have felt it would have just been probably counterproductive, because I would have probably made myself feel worse. So one of the biggest things you do need to remember with any kind of training, whether you're on prep or not, is just to remember to listen to your body. If your body's telling you that it needs a rest, then have a rest. On the back of that, I just also wanted to touch on making sure that you are keeping your body in tip-top condition. Again, whether you're in prep or not, whether you compete or not, I have regular massages. I have deep tissue massages, and she also does cupping as well. So I have an hour-long session where she'll do a good deep tissue massage, and then I'll have about 20 minutes cupping. A lot of people aren't sure about cupping; they don't know really what it means. But basically, the vacuum sucks out any dead blood that's stuck around the muscle or that's got stagnant, and it releases that back into the bloodstream so that your body can just get rid of it as waste. Some people believe in it, some people don't. Personally, I have it done on a regular basis, and I could genuinely feel the change within the next few days from having it done. My range of motion is so much better. Within a week, there's no marks left, and I genuinely feel like I can lift a little bit more because I've got that bit more range of motion, a bit more pull. Generally I have it all across the top of my back, and if you'll speak to any good masseuse or any person that does cupping and they know they're worth their weight in money, they will tell you that all muscles are connected. So I actually have issues with my lower back, and by doing it across the top of my back and around sort of like around my shoulders and around down the sides of my back, it actually releases everything, and my whole body feels so much better for it. So I would definitely recommend getting something like that, even if it's just a massage once a month, just to release everything off and make you feel better. Like I say, I do get those monthly. I get that on a regular basis just to keep on top of it, because I had a period of about 3 months just before Christmas where I thought, oh, I'm all right now, I don't really need it now, and I could feel it. And after I'd had my first session in January, I felt so much better for it. So definitely worth keeping on top of. The other thing that I wanted to just touch on as well with prep this year is bikinis. So I actually tried my bikini on. The lady that does my massage and cupping is also my bikini maker, which is quite handy. And she has actually finished my bikini, so I got to try that on. When you're trying a bikini on, I always let my bikini maker fit me into it. I mean, obviously it didn't fit right because I'm still got a lot way to go to get nice and lean, but just trying it on, make sure that the color looks right, make sure it suits my figure, make sure that it just sits right. Make sure that you choose a bikini designer that will accommodate you as well, and just remember that you're paying them for a service, so they should give you top-notch service all the time. That's not just including providing a bikini, that's things like making sure it fits correctly, making sure that it's posted in time, making sure that if they're going to give you something, they offer you something. As with any kind of service, if they're going to promise you something, then they should deliver. With bikinis, I always pre-order my bikinis really early. Now, prep can be really expensive, as everybody knows. One of the things that I do is try and plan ahead a little bit. So actually, at the end of my season last year in November, I actually started putting away and paying for my bikini then, so that in smaller installments, when I go and see my lady next month, my bikini's all paid for, and it means I can pick it up, and I haven't had the stress of worrying about paying out £300 or £400 all in one go, because they are really expensive. If you plan ahead and think about these things in advance, these are things that save you massive costs when it comes to sort of your bikini season, your competition season. And it literally just makes it so much more manageable when you're only paying 20, 30, 40 pounds here and there, rather than having to shell out one great big lump. So that is one bit of advice that I would definitely give, is just make sure that you are fully prepared and you know what the costs are, and you can plan it out, and it just makes it so much easier. The same goes for memberships. So I'm going to be competing with PCA and I'm going to be competing with NABA this year, and at the start of the year I paid for both memberships. So the memberships are paid for. All it means that I've got to do on show day, or just before show day, sorry, is just register and pay the register payment. And then the only other thing is whatever I need on the day, like tan and things like that. Hair and makeup I actually do myself. I have practiced, so I sit in front of YouTube for a couple of hours every other night and watch videos on how to do the blending and the baking and the shadow and everything like that, and contouring, etc. for specific competition makeup. So I have been out over the last few years and built up a little bit of a makeup collection, so I can do it myself now. It did take some practice, I won't lie, but it saves me what is it, £40-50 every time I compete, just on makeup, and it's not cost me anywhere near that by buying it myself. So again, another little tip where you can potentially save some money, makes competition a little bit easier. Or if you are wanting to have your makeup done, if you're not confident with that, again, just plan and start putting away a little bit each month, and putting away a bit of a savings account. If you know how many shows you're going to be competing in one season, you can start saving early. So yeah, I'm all good. I am seeing my coach in 2 weeks' time, so a little bit sooner than what I would normally see him. The next time I see him, I'll be 6 weeks out, and we will be introducing cardio at that point. So I think I'm the only person that's actually excited to start cardio. Cardio wise consists of literally either a 30 or a 45-minute walk in the morning, fasted. I usually get up early and get it out of the way and get it done, because it clears your head, it gets you ready for the day. I don't generally use Stairmaster. I know everybody loves Stairmaster, but we don't have one local to me, so I know there are some people that say that you can only get lean and you can only get tight if you use a Stairmaster, etc. Cardio is cardio. If you're doing cardio and it works for you, do it. If you're doing HIIT cardio and you like that because you've only got a short time period, that's great. If you're like me and you like to do less and you've got that time to be able to do that and you can do it first thing in the morning, that's great. If you don't want to do it first thing in the morning because you can't get up, do it on an evening. Cardio is cardio. Either way, you're expending energy. Unless your coach specifically tells you to do X, Y, and Z, then you're burning energy, you're burning calories, and it's all doing your body great. that's it from me. What I'll do is I will actually do another check-in in 3 weeks instead of 4, because like I say, I'm seeing my coach in 2 weeks, so I'll do a check-in video the week after I see my coach. I will have started cardio. I can tell you how I'm feeling at that point. Up to now, I'm still in good spirits, other than feeling a bit unwell. I'm not tired, but like I said, cardio hasn't started yet. Diet's still nice and high, still having lots of protein, lots of carbohydrates, and yeah, I'm feeling good. Any questions, anything you want to know, then just drop me a line, give us a bell.